Hola, I'm Fibers and welcome to Revive Witch. In today's video, we're gonna take a look at the new UR doll that has just been released. The new doll is called Camilyne, and she is a Saltstone Destroyer. Taking a look at her stats at level 90 and Extension 4, we can see that Camilyne has the same stats as Rafan. As we always do, we're going to check her skills and passive at max level. Her skill 1 is called Holy Radiance and costs 2 order energy. This is 1 point less than the standard cost among destroyers, so it's really cheap. Camilyne deals physical damage equal to 300% of Camilyne's attack to a single enemy target in the front row and inflicts the target with 1 stack of Holy Scorch. Holy Scorch increases the damage taken from Camilyne by 10%, stacking up to 3 times. When it stacks to 3 times, the next strike of Faith deals 3 times damage to the target and removes all Holy Scorch effects. As we can see, the percentage is lower than usual among destroyers, but thanks to the stack of Holy Scorch and that her skill 2 will do 3 times the damage when the enemy has 3 stacks, the skill is decent, and I think that her low cost help a lot, but if you analyze the skill by only her damage, her skill 1 is not that good. Then, her skill 2 is called Strike of Faith and costs 4 chaos energy. This is the standard cost among destroyers. Camilyne deals physical damage equal to 500% of Camilyne's attack to all enemies. When the Holy Scorch effect of the target stacks up to 3 times, Strike of Faith deals 3 times damage and removes all stacks of Holy Scorch. This skill does the standard damage among destroyers, but Camilyne attacks to all enemies, so versus more than one enemy, this skill is above the skills of the other destroyers. And not only that, if you hit an enemy with 3 stacks of Holy Scorch, Camilyne does 3 times damage to that enemy, so she will do 1500% damage to that enemy. This is pretty good. But it's not going to be that simple to trigger this damage, and it's not going to happen that often. With this, I can already see that Camilyne is not going to have the best performance if you play her on auto, because you want to activate this effect with her skill 2 as soon as possible. So if you like to play in auto, I don't think that Camilyne is your doll. To finish, her passive is called Protector's Will, and at level 2 is generates a shield every 4 seconds, reducing the next damage Camilyne takes by 80% and dealing an additional physical damage equal to 200% of self-attack to the enemy attacking Camilyne. This is a really good self-protection, and not only that, Camilyne will deal 200% of self-attack as damage to the enemy attacking her. So this is another way of dealing damage that will count in the total damage deal of Camilyne. But this effect will only happen once every 4 seconds, and to activate it, we will have to place Camilyne in the first row of the team to receive hits. So she's going to be exposed, and she doesn't have that much survivability as the other destroyers. So I don't really know how well she's going to take the damage, and we will be forced to put some characters to heal and protect her. Let's take a look at her unique equipment. Her unique equipment is called Peacebringer. At level 60 gives 4500 attack, 15% of critical rate, 22,500 health, and 1500 physical defense. Holy Scorch reduces the physical defense of the target equal to 8% of self-attack, stacking up to 3 times. This effect completes her kit, but I don't think that is that good unless you combine it with her skill 2. At max, she will reduce the physical defense by 24%. So if you are able to use her skill 2 when the enemy has 3 stacks, Camilyne will reduce the enemy's physical defense by 24% and she will do 1500% of attack as damage. This is going to be a huge attack, but you will have to play it manually to take advantage of all of these effects properly. Well, should you summon Camilyne? If you have Isabel, I can tell you that Camilyne is not even close to the damage of Isabel, so it could be an easy skip for you. And if you don't have Isabel, I think that you are not missing anything if you skip this banner either. I'm not saying that Camilyne is a bad character, because she is not. I think that she's a decent doll and can be kinda fun to play her if you play manually, because you have to use her skills properly and not just use them randomly. Saying this, I can also say that if you're someone that plays Revive Witch in full auto, Camilyne is not your character. I don't think that the auto will play this doll properly. But yeah, Camilyne is a good doll that will help you in PvP and PvE in stages with multiple enemies, but she doesn't seem like a doll to compete for the higher ranks in Path Not Taken or Evil Return Rebirth. So if you are new in the game and need a good DPS doll, I'm sure that she will help you, but I don't recommend her if you already have a good assassin in your team. As always, if you like her design or you just want the doll, just pull for her. Just as a recommendation, this is in my opinion the best equipment for Camilyne. I recommend the items in the first row and the items of the second row if you're missing some of the items in the first row. And that's it for today's video. I hope that I have helped you. Thank you so much for watching, leave a comment, drop a like and consider subscribing if you wanna see more Revive Witch content in the future, and see you in the next video. Ciao!